Hello students, today we will discuss about a very interesting topic, that is food preservation. Students, we eat fresh, raw or cooked food. Some of the food materials such as milk products, baked bread, meat, fish, fruits and vegetables do not stay fresh for long since microbes may start growing on them. Microbes spoil the food. To prevent food from getting stale and contaminated, it needs preservation by proper methods. So, we can say the process by which spoilage of food by microorganisms is prevented is called food preservation. Methods of food preservation help to kill the microorganisms present in the food and stop them from growing again. Food may be preserved in different ways. First, very commonly used preservation method is drying. Drying is the first known methods of preserving foods. The principle involved is the reduction of the water content in a food to such a degree as to prevent it from spoilage. Food items like cereals, pulses, vegetables like spinach, cauliflower and methi leaves and spices are dried in the sun drying. In modern time, we can also use electric dehydrator. Dehydrated foods are ideal for packing because they weigh much less than their non-dried counterparts and do not require refrigeration. Drying food is also a way of preserving seasonal foods for later use. Many food items are preserved by adding salt and sugar. Sugaring is a process of desiccating a food by first dehydrating it, then packing it with pure sugar. This sugar can be crystalline in the form of table or raw sugar, or it can be a high sugar density liquid such as honey, syrup or molasses. The purpose of sugaring is to create an environment hostile to microbial life and prevent food spoilage. Sugaring is commonly used to preserve fruits as well as vegetables such as ginger. Here you can see some food items which are preserved by sugar. Salting is the preservation of food with dry edible salt. It is related to pickling, means preparing food with brine. And what is brine? That is salty water. And this salting is one form of curing. It is one of the oldest methods of preserving food. This salting is used because most bacteria, fungi and other potentially pathogenic organisms cannot survive in a highly salty environment due to the hypertonic nature of salt. And why it is so? Because any living cell in such an environment will become dehydrated through osmosis and die or become temporarily inactivated. Now the next method of preservation is pickling. Pickling is a process of soaking food in a solution containing salt, acid or alcohol. It can be used with most foods and most methods require no special equipment. However, pickled food can be unsafe if prepared carelessly or stored at room temperature. Pickling is often combined with another method such as fermenting, canning or just refrigerating. Now next method of preservation is freezing. Freezing is a process of chilling food to at least 0 degree Fahrenheit. It can be used with all foods. True freezing is not possible in the freezer compartment of your refrigerator, where the temperature is typically much warmer, between 10 degree Fahrenheit to 32 degree Fahrenheit. It's a very easy method. Now we will see a modern preservation method, that is pasteurization. Pasteurization is a process that kills bacteria in liquid food. In this method, moderately high, that is 62 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade temperatures are used, and it is for about 15 to 30 minutes to inactivate certain enzymes and kill certain other microorganisms, especially in milk. Since all pathogens are not killed at these temperatures, pasteurized food products need refrigeration after exposure to air. It was invented by French scientist Louis Pasteur during the 19th century. Now we will see purpose of pasteurization. First purpose is to increase milk safety for the consumer by destroying disease causing microorganisms that may be present in milk. And second purpose is to increase keeping quality of milk products by destroying spoilage microorganisms and enzymes that contribute to the reduced quality and shelf life of milk. Now we come to next preservation method, that is canning. Canning is the process of applying heat to food that is sealed in a jar in order to destroy any microorganisms that can cause food spoilage. Proper canning techniques stop this spoilage by heating the food for a specific period of time and killing these unwanted microorganisms. During the canning process, air is driven from the jar and a vacuum is formed as the jar cools and seals. Here in this picture you can see some bottled and canned products. Now we come to another preservation method, that is vacuum packing. Vacuum packing is a method of packaging that removes air from the package prior to sealing. This method involves placing items in a plastic film package, removing air from inside and sealing the package. Shrink film is sometimes used to have a tight fit to the contents. Now we will see purpose of vacuum packing. First, to remove oxygen from the container to extend the shelf life of foods, and with flexible package forms to reduce the volume of the contents and package. Second, it is also commonly used to store dry foods over a long period of time, such as cereals, nuts, cured meats, etc. Third purpose is on a more short-term basis. Vacuum packing can also be used to store fresh foods such as vegetables, meats, and liquids because it inhibits bacterial growth. Now next is preservation of food and feed using irradiation. In irradiation, ionizing radiation takes the form of gamma rays from isotopes or commercially to a lesser extent from X-rays and electrons. It is permitted in 38 countries to preserve foods by destruction of microorganisms or inhibition of biochemical changes. Now next method of preservation is smoking. Smoking is the process of drying food with smoke for a long period of time. This method is mainly used for fish, meat, and fruits such as banana. The drying effects of smoke and the chemicals produced from the smoke help to preserve the food. Now we will see the advantages of food preservation. First advantage is preserving foods in season is cheaper than using out of season foods. Second advantage is chefs can offer unique products. Third is food processed directly from the field retain higher vitamin and mineral levels. Fourth advantage is preserved food is convenient and high in flavor due to preserving agents. So students, this is all about food preservation, and I think you will understand all these things in a better way through this video. So thank you.